love this man, Ogre.
Love you too, brother. You're amazing.
Ogre. Yeah. Ogre. Yes. I love you, man. I love you, man.
All right, we just found a new source for all intros for all DFK videos moving forward. Grady's beatboxing.
Yeah, baby. I love it, man. So awesome AMA today. I've got all of it here in my notes. Okay. We're going to go over everything. We're going to talk some speculation. The biggest bummer, elephant in the room a little bit, wasn't really addressed as far as green egg hatching, when that's coming. Profession 10 level quest, when that's coming. Because
it might have been addressed. Keep going. Sorry.
What's that?
They might have indirectly. I don't know that they did, but
ooh, and I want to get there.
If you mentioned, Frisky did mention about them going back and forth on auditing some contracts, making changes, and getting them right. And we haven't been hearing about green eggs or level 10. So I have a feeling that those are the contracts he's talking about. They're beyond working on them. They're finalized, being audited, reviewed, and going to be dropped soon. That's a pure speculation from what I heard previously.
Speculation. Yeah, because guess what? Guess what other clue I got right along those same lines. Next week, no alpha drop on the next hero, which a next hero is going to be a thief that they're going to drop.
They said that.
Why aren't they doing it next week? Well, Hubert said ETH Denver. Okay, but Hubert's not going to be in ETH Denver. He will be in Minneapolis, Minnesota, after ETH Denver, which I will be too, and so will Ogre.
Speaking of which, how long are we going up there for? Like, I know we're going to Minnesota, but it's just like, we're going to Minnesota, baby.
One night is all Raff is only staying for is one night.
Oh, I might have to stay for an extra day or two then.
Because Bolin said that it's a super busy week. A lot of the team's going to be there. Hubert will be there.
Oh, wow.
Okay. But I think but that's not next week. That's in over 2 weeks from now. That's like,
that's
right?
like the second week of March. Because ETH Denver doesn't end until the 5th.
Right. So it's March 6th, and then they start grinding on the 7th or 8th.
Perfect.
Okay. So we're still 2.5 weeks out before that happens. Mm-hmm. So why not next week for the thief? My thoughts, I'm hoping, is because this update, green eggs, all the profession questing as we know it right now is going to be completely reworked. It's all reworked. That's my guess. They're pressing pause for a minute, and they're fully focusing right now. I want to hope that is that the green eggs and profession 10 level quests and just all the new profession 0 quests are being redone.
Well, my understanding of why, right, was the fact that they had to rewrite the crystal contract, right? So everything else kind of hinges on that. So once that comes, they might be able to drop, because the gardening and the green eggs, the level 10, like all of it ties together. So I have a feeling what we're going to get is a giant drop with a whole bunch of new updates. That, or they're going to be they might be smart about it or annoying about it, depending upon your perspective. And they might be like, okay, well, we've got these 3 features ready. We're going to drop them over the course of the next 3 weeks. Right. That way there's excitement for 3 weeks and people getting new stuff. And it gives them a buffer to develop it and test the next thing.
Yeah. I mean, ever since before Christmas, I've been holding out hope like every week of eggs and profession 10 questing. Right. And so I was like, hoping there would be a big alpha drop on that, like it's coming next week or something, but it still might. Okay. Yeah. And you mentioned, so the crystal. Okay. Well, and so let me finish my thought there. Is that because these things keep being delayed, and because, and I'm working on a big write-up for Hubert. Okay. Because ever since Dark Summoning has come on the scene, it's really thrown a monkey wrench in the ecosystem. There's much, much fewer stones and crystals being used, stones for summoning. And so, and including myself, because because the tickets, I think, to getting to an awesome PvP hero is going to be through dark summoning. But most likely, not necessarily the case, but
I think you're right. You have a little bit more control. There's less RNG in a dark summon than there is in a traditional summon. Everything is up for RNG in a traditional summon, but with a dark summoning, you can control some of that, as well as improve chances for a few things.
That's right. So you can control things, and the more you dark summon or summon good pairs together, create a pool, and then you can dark summon all those babies together and stuff, and you can start even having stuff in the recessives. Like if you can get purebred dragoons or sages and the stuff like that in the recessives, okay, and elite abilities in the recessives, that happens as you just keep grinding in the dark summoning world. Well, and when you're doing that and you're going to dark summon, you don't want to use a stone. So it's kind of broken down the ecosystem. And so we've been with these delays. So that on top of these delays, we've been speculating, right, on tiers and gold and all the in-game items for feeding pets, eggs, all these things, and it keeps getting delayed. And so what happens, we're impatient, we're beaten, battered, and bruised from losing our aces, right, in this game. And so we got to start, taking cash. We get impatient. I mean, I'm talking about myself here because I like every once in a while I kind of start panicking, like,
and everybody else. Let's be real. When you are feeling that, Grady, you know that everybody else is feeling it. You're like the rock of the community.
Right. And it's like every once in a while, just start selling off those tiers, start, whatever. And which in the past, thinking that the green egg hatching was coming and all these things were coming much sooner, I was kind of hanging on to those tiers. And in the past, I was always using stones for summoning, and excited about that. Now it's just like a complete breakdown of all that stuff happening, and just of the whole ecosystem too. So look at Jade. Jade's down to 6 cents, man. So that's crazy to me. That's like that gets into like worrisome territory a little bit. No?
Everything. Okay. You've been in crypto for too
anxiety. I need some Ogre love.
You've been in crypto for too long. Everything works in cycles.
Yeah.
You've got the core questions that you use to look at a project and evaluate a project. Have any of those changed? No. They're still there busting their butt. They're still out there communicating with us. They're hearing us complaining about marketing. They're at events this week, next week, the week after that. They're out there marketing, getting the word out. It's just we need to keep
talk about all that,
creating more stuff, right? That's the biggest thing in my mind. We need to create more than we do to market more, because like there's little things that are going on, little polishing things that need to be done, and they're getting spread thin because they're trying to keep us happy and go do all this marketing and get out of the office. But at the same time, when they get out of the office and go do this marketing, they're not developing.
Right.
So
they've got marketing guys marketing like Dreamer right now in Vegas with guess who? Avalanche. Look what's going on with Avalanche is just dropping bombs, massive bombs. And I would say very undervalued. Like we haven't seen them pump to the moon like we have with things like Polygon and other projects out there. Right. But I'm starting to think Avalanche is on that level, is on kind of a Polygon level a little bit. So
they're up there, bro. With the way they've set up their P chain and their X chain and the subnets, like they're powerful. They've basically set themselves up to be not just Matic, like DFK chain is Matic. Avalanche is Ethereum, and they've got all these layer 2s springing up and a very smart way to go back and forth. Now, am I saying it's going to be the Ethereum killer? No, that's ignorant, right? Today's internet is made up of 40,000 plus networks that are all interconnected and working seamlessly to pass your data packet from your computer or your phone to Gmail or to Hotmail or to DFK or wherever else it's going, right? So in the future, I fully anticipate we're going to see the same thing, right? We're going to see a whole bunch of these networks evolve standardize their protocol so they can communicate seamlessly back and forth, and they're going to survive as niche markets that have communities like us supporting them.
That's right. And so,
oh shit,
phenomenal stuff.
Carry me for 3 minutes, Grady. I got to go get my hat.
Okay, go. Yeah, get that bloater hat. Okay, so we're gonna hit. There's so much to cover in this video, guys. We're gonna crank it out here. Okay, but first of all, yeah, with the ecosystem here in the short term is kind of breaking down. And so where's the bottom? Where's the bottom gonna be? Where's the bottom gonna be for gold in these items? Where's the bottom gonna be for tiers as it keeps on coming down? We saw it right after that AMA. We saw everything kind of crashing down. Tiers are down to like getting closer to 10 cents or 1 penny, where they were up over 2 cents not too long ago. All these things, and so you see it out there too. You see a lot of FUD. I see it every day against DeFi Kingdoms. People impatient, not believing the team, not trusting the team. They're not seeing the big picture. But here's, like we just mentioned, what's going on. We got Avalanche. Seems like they could be even potentially like in the realm of a top 5, top 6, top 7 crypto.
Definitely.
Okay. I'm just like, wowzers. So we're still a great opportunity there. Look what's going on with Clayton. Awesome things going on there. We're going to hit on that. Awesome partnership, including, okay, what was that partnership you mentioned? Play One Games.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know anything about Play One Games? I've heard of that a lot.
I know that they're pretty big in the gaming market in Asia. I know that somebody that I was recently tapped to like ambassador. Like there was somebody from Singapore who is representing Play One. So we have a connection there that we can reach out and make sure that she's really cute. She's a gamer at heart. So maybe we take some time, we jump on her stream and we teach her how to play. Ooh. And she's connected to Play One already.
Really? Who's that?
TQ. She was actually really big in Axes as well.
Awesome. Okay. I'm pumped for that. Yeah. So I've been like, I hit up Lifer again today. And I think what happened with Life. So, and this is what I run into a lot, even with George, this is what I ran into. Lifer, I'm still trying to get him to come on the channel or vice versa, go on his channel.
Dude, Crypto Life is awesome. Plus he's from Boston. So, or Massachusetts.
Yeah, Boston, baby. And so, and we just have really had awesome synergy. Okay. But I think what happened was he looked at the charts. He's a trader.
Yep. And that's all. He's a straight trader.
Oh, he probably looked at CoinGecko, even though we told him, don't. CoinGecko's not updated yet, but that's where they all go. Look at the tokenomics, and they're like, oh,
yeah,
that's what we run into a lot. Yep. Okay, and then there's another fairly good sized YouTuber that's actually in the hex, like with Richard Hart. That I told that dude. He gave a big shout out to DeFi Kingdoms this week. And I was like, yes, awesome. Like I just hear it all over the place, little bits. We're starting to get
I love that, but where it's coming from counts. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well,
I mean, nothing against the Hexers out there or Hex Nation or whatever it's called, but like,
yeah,
I don't know. I put Richard Hart right up there with Justin Sun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, very different, though. Like Justin Sun, I don't trust at all. I don't trust Richard Hart either, but it's different.
True.
It is different. Richard Hart, okay, as he's again, another like such a narcissistic, and it's like he just invites the abuse. But when you look at what has he actually done, he's never screwed anyone over. He doesn't have a history of, but we could talk about the issue of 85% of the tokens in some wallet that he won't disclose, but he's never sold them. We talk about all that, but when you look at what he does, and then some of the community that like there is one of the best traders in crypto is a Hex guy. But it's just brilliant guy. And
does he
this
talk to
channel,
Richard? Maybe is that why? So he knows
well,
when the calculated pumps and dumps are coming.
well, he's one of the sharpest guys I've ever seen, actually. But this two guys, I forget the name of their channel that I've been connecting with, like, I don't know, 30 or 40,000 followers, and they get 2, 3, 4,000 views. They're not primarily Hex guys, but they're kind of like, that's their main coin, but then they also talk all crypto. And he was really talking up DeFi Kingdoms.
Yep.
And so,
love it.
Anyways, that would just, I kind of like, my philosophy is live and let live unless they cross a line. And my line is more of maybe what a Justin Sun has done, which is shady things in the past that they've done. As far as, that's kind of where I draw the line. If they've ever done anything where it's not following the golden rule of looking out for the best interests of others, even over themselves,
right?
That's kind of my line. And I always give people the benefit of the doubt until they cross that line. And I've never seen Richard Hart cross that line, even close, really, honestly.
I'm going, so I probably should not be talking about Hex because I don't know enough. I'm going off of public sentiment that I'm heard, and I'm parroting it. So
yeah,
take it for what it is. It's just Ogre freaking spouting off at the mouth without really knowing what he's talking about.
Right.
And yes, it is a church warden. Kudos for recognizing that.
It's a what?
Church warden. That's what it's called when you have the real long stem like this.
Oh,
you light your face on fire when you're very hairy like me.
Yeah. Oh man. Brady, if you turn around and bend over, I'll show you the I love you guys. Vibes. What's up, baby? And Beeve. Okay, we got lots of people in the house. Yeah.
What is Tob Yarn? Like, I don't know what that is, but cool.
What's that?
Beeve, 2 messages up.
Getting something vibes from Ogre right now.
I'm guessing like some Viking something, maybe. It sounds Norwegian or Swedish. Yeah. And so Noonie. So that's kind of like where I draw the line, where it's like anytime someone is doing shady things, and then especially, if they do something and they don't own it and repent, because everyone makes mistakes and stuff. 100%.
It's just like you can't trust anyone. I could go pretty in depth about Hex and do I trust it? No. Do I pay much attention to it? No. But I just am always all over all of these different YouTubers all the time, every day. It's like every day, all the time. I'm super chatting. I'm trying to connect. I'm trying to get in with all these different guys all over the place, all day, every day. So spreading the word, spreading the gospel, the good word about DeFi Kingdoms. So as long as they follow that golden rule, I kind of have a live and let live take. And I can relate and connect with those communities because I'm so inundated even in Hex. So, and I still got like a little bag of Hex, staked away for probably 3 more years or something. And I did $2,000 to their pulse chain sacrifice thing, and I still don't even get it. So I want to get, for even myself, like get information on that. Okay.
Doug, so I will send them to you as soon as this is over. I didn't see a response from your brother before we went live.
Oh yeah, Doug Hype. Is that Doug Hype?
It is.
I was chatting with Doug Hype a little bit yesterday.
Yeah,
he's
wanted
to buy a couple of heroes, baby.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna.
And he's with Altura, right? Altura.
He is.
I love it.
And they got a DFK channel over there, bringing our announcements into their server.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get Doug Hype. Connect with him. Bring him on the channel. We can talk about Altura too and stuff.
He's a great dude. We'll be hanging out at ETH Denver. Have you met him yet?
Oh, he's going to be in ETH Denver. No.
Oh, we're going to fix that. Yeah, we're going to hang out.
Okay.
You'll love him, bro. You and him are like peas in a pod. That's
awesome. Okay. I love it. All right, baby. Let's go. That's right. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So all kinds of awesome things going on with DFK. And there's even more that I'm going to share a little bit with you. There's actually some things I can't share with you. But I'm so bullish on this ecosystem. I'm screaming from the rooftops saying, hang in there. Hang in there. I know it's bloody, nasty, terrible right now. Like, goodness. Oh, oops. Goodness gracious. Okay. Like, look at the freaking ADFK market data here, and it's brutal. And we just see it. Hang in there.
I'm a bag of dust.
Baby. Oh man, I keep getting this all the time.
What happened there? I've never gotten that from ADFK.
I get it. Like it's getting to where it's hard to use. Okay, look.
Really?
6 cents, man. So hang in there. Now, here's where I'm like, okay, how
low? Because you say 6 cents. But yesterday, before Bitcoin dropped 10%, everything on that list was up 10% from where it was. Crystal was at like 20, or Jewel was like 28, 29.
Yeah.
Crystal was back up at like 9.5.
Yeah.
And Jade was almost at 7, right? So while we're looking at these numbers and saying number go down, bear market, y'all, there are fluctuations in the larger market that affect these values. That's very important to remember. Just because we see the value of Jade go down, well, compare it to the other three. Did all three of those tokens go down a similar amount? If they did, take a look at the bigger picture, and it might be something else that did. Well, Jade's kind of it needs more use case.
Well, okay. So here's one thing we're looking at with Jade right now. So Bitcoin's at 24, still it's holding that. Okay. So with Jade, all right. The one thing it's had this whole time that Crystal hasn't had is this, and they mentioned it today, 125 million Crystal about to be dropped, right? Now, it won't be released right away. Slow release. But look out.
Although also, not only is that getting dropped, but our 12-month mark hits in March. So all of the locked Crystal is going to start unlocking as well.
Right. Which a lot, like, I think a good chunk of that is already unlocked because of all the mining going on.
Yep. True story.
But still, it's like, damn. Right. So the way this is dropped, I didn't expect it to go even much below 10 cents. And so, and part of this, again, is due to the delays. But when you sit back and think about it for a second with Jade, where's the bottom going to be? Because there is way more Jade right now, especially being burned every day than even Jewel. So how many summons do you think there are per day? Roughly. Like,
I'm not sure, but I want to highlight something you just said. There's a lot more Jade being burned every day than there is even Jewel or Crystal.
Right.
So that's huge. That's deflationary.
Even though it's still inflationary with the new Jade being dumped on the market. But
but that's 125. Some of it's going away and never coming back.
That's right.
All we need is more demand on Clayton. And I think part of it is the fee schedule, right? The Clayton fees, now that Clayton has jumped up a little bit, the fees got a lot heftier and it's way cheaper to play on Crystalvale. But the team also addressed that in the AMA as well, they're recognizing it and they're looking at solutions for that. I think Frisky listed like 3 different solutions just off the top of his head that they were considering to try to remedy that, because they're recognizing it and they're trying to fix that, which of course, when they look at something like that, people like yourself, Brown Jen, all of us talking about how Jade is tanking, like we need to do something about Jade. The team is just pivoting, looking at that and stopping doing what they're doing on other things, right? So just keep that in mind. There's a lot going on. Something is being pioneered here that has never been done before. Like almost everything this team does is a first, right? They don't just copy other stuff and copy pasta. Like they do find some things, like I think it was Ave's governance token or was it 1 inches? Somebody had a good governance token, or it might have been Curve even, a really good governance token incentivization / staking system, and that's what they base C Jewel and S Jewel off of. So they're out there researching the market, they're seeing the new trends, and they're trying to stay ahead of them and on top of them. And I mean, that's why the team is here at this point, right? They don't need to make more money. They've made their money. Right now, they're loving the fact that they are innovating. And we need to let them do that. If we let them keep innovating, they're going to create something amazing.
Yep. Oh, we are so on the same page. I love this. So I was trying to figure out how much Jade, how much do you think, how many summons and egg hatches and duels? Okay, first of all, duels, all that, and probably I'm guessing most of the dueling is happening in Serendale 2.0 because Jade is so much cheaper. Okay, right now you got most of the summoning happening there because Jade's cheaper. You got egg hatching happening there, which, hey, I think it's a great time to be doing that, hanging in there, doing that. If you can, if you're able to be doing that these days. So then in a little bit of level fees, things like that. I'm wondering, like, what we probably have at least 1,000 summons a day, right? I would think.
That's probably a solid guess. I have no idea. I have not even looked at those numbers.
Yeah, we need a Mr. Zipper in our back pocket. Where's iOS code, baby? Drop us some help.
Need stats.
Yeah, man. Okay, and so let's just say 1,000 summons, and the average summon fee is what, like 60, 70? Let's say 60. So that's 6,000 Jade. Okay, right there, just on the summoning. So 5% of that is burned. Boom. Okay. So
numbers.
Yeah, and then the duels, and then the egg hatching. Okay, and all that going on.
So here's my thing. Like,
yep.
Do you believe in the game? Do you think it's going to be around in 6 or 12 months? If you do, then the only reason to care about the price is try to decide which chain you want to summon on, right? Or where you want to invest and buy into something. Because if you believe that they're going to be here, that's going to be the bull market, and everything's going to go up during the bull market.
Yeah.
Right. And those of you that are underwater right now very well may come out of underwater. I'm certainly hoping so. I mean, with the deflationary aspects of Jade, the fact that somebody just bought 250,000 crystal, deflationary aspects of Jewel, all the rest of them really. But somebody just bought 250,000 Jewel and locked it up. Like,
I know it. That happened last week, right?
Yeah, I'm getting it from the chat. I don't know. Beef mentioned it, and someone else did.
Yeah, no, that happened last week.
Ryder,
yeah, Ryder, baby. Shout out to Ryder and Vibes. Oh man, love this chat. And Rock, baby, I miss you, man. I miss Rock.
And those of you out there, today's hype, it's Doug hype on both Twitter and in Discord. He's interested. He's new. Feed him your intel. Don't let him just be getting it from me. Share with him. Help him figure it out. Because he talked to some people and decided he wanted a combo where it was a warrior and a knight so that he could have a chance at paladin. I got him a warrior knight, and then a knight berserker were the two best that I had, and they have 2 mutation possibilities with actives, so it looks like a decent pair of Gen 1 1010s. But yeah, share with them, y'all.
Yes, I love it. Okay, so yeah, I love what Vibes is saying here. Just not, or maybe he's saying that Jade for at least a year, it'll have a lot of sell pressure for. Yeah, I mean, at least in the coming time, but as they also figure out more burning mechanisms, such as like they've done with duels. So duels is great for the ecosystem, but also this offerings. Okay, so that a lot of crystal is getting burned there, and I think that's coming soon also on Serendale, where we can do the offerings.
Right.
Okay. So
if you're worried,
trying to figure out
if you're worried about the price of these tokens, do you think you're a better economist than Dreamer? I bet you not.
And like Hubert too, man, those guys.
Right? Well,
right?
Hubert's doing all the back end, like the mechanics and building out the game. But we have like a really solid old school finance guy helping to run this thing. And you think he's not looking at the price of Jade and trying to figure out, okay, well, how do we bring that up? How do we support that? I mean, that's who he is. That's
right.
his skill set.
And Hubert too, with his big brains in the in-game economy,
Definitely.
doing things like he did with golden eggs and gold and a lot of the like drop rates. You know, he's looking at drop rates for like with tiers. That's why, and that tiers has been kind of a saving grace for the ecosystem, I think.
Wait,
and so
explain. Because you've been harping that there aren't enough, and then it's freaking out, and now it seems like a lot of people capitulated and jumped off. I saw Brown Gent mentioning in a video that, like, well, I mean, you had all of this demand, and now it's not there. Was it because of a game mechanic, or is it just capitulation? People getting tired of waiting for the trade to happen?
Yeah, right. Because we keep waiting for the green X. Like it's all speculative until that comes, and then it keeps being delayed, right? So a lot of us have been losing our patience, right, on those green eggs. Okay, so that's been. So part of the reason why it's like I debate on which pools to go into. You know, is it a good time to go into the Jade pools because the APRs are still 250%.
The best time to go into a pool is at the bottom of the market because both of the tokens are worth less than they're going to be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months from now. So if you believe we're at the bottom of the market, it's a great time to go in. If you believe we're going to drop down to 12, 13, 14,000, that would be a better time to go in. But if we don't go down to those and it just goes up from here, you missed an opportunity.
Yeah. But Jade, could it go down to 3 cents?
Anything could happen, bro.
I know. Like,
I mean, if we get a lot of the YouTubers that are frustrated and they start fudding on all their streams, it could go down to 1 cent. Crystal and Jewel along with it. Will it stay there? No. We'll have a capitulation. We'll have a bunch of people get out underwater, pissed off. And if for one person to sell, someone else must buy. You can't just sell to open air, right? Which means somebody just got a great entry price. And they're going to be here for 6, 12, 18 months watching it go back up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, need to get a list of everything that burns tokens. I love that idea. Hey, wow, baby. So,
it sounds like a great stream topic for like the Brown Gent or somebody who's like really good at the analytics.
Yeah.
Select all of those up and look at all the different ways and then get somebody who can really dig into it and say, okay, well, this is how much we're burning on a regular basis. Maybe once a week, drop that info. That'd be pretty amazing.
Yeah. So, and that's another thing. I love that what Brown Gent did this week. He really, so what I was going to maybe message Brown Gent today about if he's like good with the charts as a technical trader, which I watch him every day. It's so funny. For years, I also watch all the technical traders, but on half the stuff they're talking about, it goes over my head. I don't even know what the hell they're talking about. I think a little series is just understanding the basics of the charts, the basics of, what is a inverted head and shoulders, that I understand a lot of the basics, like
those are out there though. That's not DFK info. Like all that info is out there on YouTube. You just got to find somebody good, like the Brown Gent or the
got to pay oftentimes. Like I even paid to be in a course, years ago, and they all try to get you to pay to get in.
Of course, they got to make their money. I mean, knowledge is worth something. I know a lot of us give it away for free, but there's a lot of people out there that have to make money. So they're looking at their knowledge as their commodity that they are selling to you so that they can provide an income to themselves and feed their children. All right. Some people have to do that. They might want to give the information away, but they got to take care of themselves and feed their kids. Right. So.
Oh yeah. So if somebody could do kind of a basic short little series so people can start understanding the trading patterns. Because it's always hard with crypto. It's so hard to know when the best time is to enter the market and exit the market.
It's impossible to know, bro, unless you're the whale choosing when the top and the bottom is, or the group of whales manipulating the markets. And if you don't think markets are manipulated, they are. From the stock market to the bonds market to the gold market to the crypto markets, they are all manipulated by whales. Fact. Understand that. And understand that unless you know those whales and you get that information, you're not going to hit the top or the bottom. So that's why DCAing, dollar cost averaging, for those of you, that is a very smart move for people that aren't professional traders, because those professional traders are making money off of you, the retail investors who don't know what they're doing. That's how they make money. Dollar cost averaging, instead of being an active trader, it's just saying, okay, well, every week I'm going to throw X amount of money at it, regardless what the price is. And statistics show that over time, they about break even with the traders, right? So if you're not a good trader and winning, you probably shouldn't be trading. You should just be dollar cost averaging over time, holding, and you got to have that faith. Like, that's what it comes down to. You have to have that faith. You got to invest like a robot, throw your emotions out the window, and analyze it without emotion. When you can analyze it without emotion, you'll be a lot more successful. And that's in looking at these games and everything in life, really.
You
pull those emotions out, you can make a much more rational and logical decision. It might not be the best one for the heart, but it might be the smartest move for life.
Right. Yeah. And like only 3% of traders really make money. Doing it. You're just better off dollar cost averaging, unless you really want to get in and dedicate a lot of time to trading. Okay. So, but kind of where I've, especially when Jade went down to 12 cents, I started dollar cost averaging into the pools with Jade. Okay. And then when it was at 10 cents, I went in pretty heavy at 10 cents. I remember, and then it went down to 8 cents, and I went in some more, and then 6 cents. And then, so today, and during that time, so Jade is down 50% from that point, but Bitcoin is up and everything else is up, and Crystal's just kind of been hovering around 8 to 10 cents, for the last few months. So,
I mean, I think I said it last week or before somewhere. In my mind, I think it would be good if Crystal and Jade stay somewhat low. We don't want them to get to $5, $10, $30, because then it becomes cost prohibitive for people to play the game and get heroes. We want those tokens to stay inexpensive. We want it to be inexpensive to play the game. But then Jewel is where you capture that value in the Gen 0 heroes, and maybe like the Gen 1 tens of tens. Like, that should be people's goals, is to try to level up to get into those, right? Why are you summoning and selling a bunch of Gen 1s, Gen 2s? It's so you can afford a Gen 0 or afford more Jewel. That's the way I look at that. It's not financial advice, but from my broken crystal ball, looking at the future, like, that's where you're really going to win. If you're sitting on some Gen 0s, some Jewel, some land, like, those are where you're really going to capture the gaming. And in order to maximize what you're doing now, you should have money and this is arguable, right? The way that I play the game, the way that I look at it is, you want to play as much of the game as you can. The developers put all that in there for a reason. So you want gardeners and miners, right? Those two right there will push against your LP and your locked Jewel. So you want, or locked power token. So you want to have LP generating that locked power token. You want to have miners mining against that locked power token, and gardeners guarding against those LPs. And then the fishers and foragers, they're more speculative, right? You're sending those out so that, number one, you can get jewels or tiers and runes, but also so you can get all of those materials that are going to be useful in the future. But that's a lot more speculative, right? Because we don't know if they're going to nerf the levels or make them go up or down or whatever. And all of a sudden, once those potions become important with PvP, that, of course, assumes that PvP really catches on initially. It might take 2 or 3 iterations and some nerfs and some updates before it really pops off. It might take 6 months for us to get the word out that, hey, check out this awesome game.
Right.
So I mean, there's a lot of speculation. That's why I say it's like gamification of speculation is where we're at right now.
That's right. Gamification, speculation. I mean, that's it. because so I believe, yeah, the whole ecosystem is going to explode, and including even Jade and Crystal. I think when we do get a whole bunch of new players into the game, I do think Jade and Crystal will pump because of just actual real world demand. They, to come in, you got to buy a hero, you got to buy the Jade, and to hatch an egg, you got to use Jade and Crystal to do everything, summon, and just out of basic necessity demand as the ecosystem grows at some point, so, but let me push back a little bit because I hear it a lot. I mean, pretty much, universally, I hear it that, people want the value of Jade and Crystal to stay, pretty reasonable and heroes to stay low. I don't, that's definitely not, my take on it.
So there's a spectrum. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, no,
let's
go ahead.
your take.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, so the way I look at it is we want people to be able to get into the game and play it inexpensively because there isn't a free option. So we don't want people to have to drop $1,000 buying 2 heroes just so they can garden and summon, right? We want that to be low. We want it to be like 10, 20, 30 bucks for them to start playing the game. Then they realize it, they dig into it, and they realize, okay, where are the stores of value in this economy, where in this ecosystem, what is really holding its value and what is depressing in value over time, because both things need to happen, right? And so all of those Gen 2 through 11 heroes are going to be the ones that you might buy for $3 to $5, throw them on a farming squad and just push them against fishing or foraging or mining or whatever to provide that residual income in the background and provide those mats you need to play the rest of the game, as well as leveling heroes up, making them more effective. And your goal is to take all of those heroes you've got and create beast PvP heroes, right? Or create beast summoning heroes that you can then sell off to somebody else, like a Gen 2 9 of 9 paladin with 2 advanced traits, right? That'd be a great thing to save for PvP. And then sell off the other 5 you make, and you've made a little bit of money. You started with 2 10 of 10s. You sell them down to like 6 or 7 summons left. You sell those off, recoup 50 to 75% of what you paid for them, and you have several heroes you summon. Maybe you get one that you keep that's for PvP, sell the other 3 off. You're now made a little bit of money, and you can buy, say, 3 heroes or 4 heroes. And it's probably going to take 3 or 4 sets of summoning before you get there, right? It has to be sustainable.
Yeah. So there is so much good takes being dropped also in the chat all over the place. Vibes and Sticks and Doug and everybody. Okay. So good stuff there. My thought, okay, when you look at, let's say the heroes go back up to where they were, to where they used to be, where the floor heroes, $300, $400, $500. Okay. That is an indication of a really thriving, healthy ecosystem, I would say. And that's when, so just look at history. So like Axie Infinity was the first, okay? And everyone argues that, like, hey, how can somebody in the Philippines, for example, come in and play the game if prices are that much? Well, the Philippines are playing Axie Infinity, and they were playing Axie Infinity when one Axie was $3,500 or $4,000. The floor of an Axie was $4,000 at one point. And guess who was playing? Everybody all over the world.
Well, yes and no. A lot of those Filipino players weren't buying those $3,000 and $4,000 heroes. They were playing those $3,000 and $4,000 heroes for the people that bought them, and thus earning enough income to live off of, while the people that own those heroes also made some money.
Right. But see, those people in the Philippines, what they were doing, they're making way more money playing Axie. At first, when they were playing, they were making about $1,500 a month. And they were starting to buy, and even in Colombia, South America, I was there. There was people, very poor, third world country, who owned Axies playing the game. And so now on the flip side, when you see the heroes just crashing down, we don't see people flooding in and playing these games. We don't see people doing that. Like the higher
they're crashing down in a bull market. They're not, and that's the thing, right? Or in a bear market rather. They're not crashing down because the game is broken or because the game is dissatisfactory. They're crashing down because people are losing faith in crypto and leaving the market, or they see another token going up and they say, okay, well, Crystal or DFK is going to take a few months before it really moons, but this project over here looks like it's going to moon next week. I can sell at a loss here, go buy that, moon, and possibly come back, get everything I had, and still have a moon bag over there. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons for prices to go down, especially in a bear market. I mean, because we are built like a bunch of ravens and crows, right? We're looking for that next shiny object that we can latch onto, and a lot of people are still somewhat new in the space and they don't have the patience. Because all markets are designed to pass wealth from those who are impatient to those who are patient. That's a fact. It's
so the people grinding through this bear market are going to be rewarded. I believe it like absolute massive upside, unlike anything I've ever seen in crypto with this project specifically, DeFi Kingdoms.
I think there's a lot of opportunity for it. Hells
yeah.
Yes.
And so I think so for me personally, I hope the floor of heroes goes right on back up for sure. I mean, I've always had that thought, like, and we've got about 500,000 heroes in the game that are alive. And, you know, so just imagine if 100,000 people join the game. I never intended, I have like 1,800 heroes. I don't want, like, I remember when I first bought my heroes, like if you own an Axie, it's like you got 3 Axies, and that's a big deal. You you cherish your heroes,
right?
There's just more value placed on the heroes, and I think that's good. And so I remember back in the day, people who had 20 heroes, 30, 40 heroes, that's like, wow, that's a lot of heroes. I think that's healthier personally, to have that mindset. And I remember when I heard Christian Peter, he had over 100 heroes. I was like, over 100 heroes. You know, when I first got into the game.
Yep.
Whoa, I was like mind blown. Okay. So, I mean, that's kind of my take, is that, well, my buddy in Colombia, or my buddy's buddy, I should say, in Colombia, that had 3 Axies, you know, he had a lot of pride in his 3 Axies. And that's just where all the focus was at that point, all over the world. I think that's, and I always felt that way with the depth of the heroes. The heroes are, and it's kind of, the game is built where all heroes are good. And there's upside, potential upside, even with your common basic heroes and stuff. And especially if they have a perilous journey badge, and there's, you know, more things you can do, burning mechanisms. So that's just kind of my take on it. And that's why I've gotten into so many heroes. That's, I think, why Vilvi, some of these big, massive whales in the game, because I just believe in the hero market. But, you know, let's say the heroes do stay low.
I mean, some of them naturally have to, right? There's going to be some garbage heroes out there.
Sure.
You're going to summon some that are not even good for farming. Like you pull a wizard that is a miner and it's a common with no advanced skills. Like, that's a garbage hero. You're not going to get much with that. You just throw it on a mining quest. It's going to make a little bit of something for you over time, but probably not that much. Right. And that's part of it. Every hero that we summon can't be an awesome one. And I saw someone say they want to see a hero summon. So do you want to do that? Can I even like share my screen with this?
Yes. Hit present at the bottom there.
There we go.
Present. And then you can just click your browser.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you pick a tab, or do you have to?
Or you can pick a tab, either way. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me do that.
Okay.
So
we're going to get to everything else too in the AMA.
Okay. So I think
Okay.
I'm just... All right. So let's share the 2 heroes I got here.
You got it. You got it. Okay.
So you're seeing the 2 heroes, 1278 and 2084, right?
I'm seeing can you see the screen? Or no, you probably have to, unless you have dual monitors. Okay, so what
right
you
now,
have here is you have the summon tree up. You have the summon tree up there.
Share screen.
I
want... Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. That was the ADFK.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so now you should be able to see it, right? Yep, perfect. All right, so these are 2 of my... This is like my best Gen 0 match to make a summoner out of, and I will show you I'll show you that match real quick before we do it.
Okay, on ADFK.
Share screen. Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't done this with this thing before. So hero matching, I do believe. Nope, not that one. Hero data. Yes. All right.
Coin Wizard, know the brilliance of the tokenomics and Adventures in DeFi Kingdoms is so much better than Axie. So much better than Axie's tokenomics with Smooth Love Potion and even honestly the Axie token. Okay, so we have such an advantage tokenomics wise on the in-game economy compared to Axie. Yes. Okay, go Ogre.
All right, so we've got 6 possibilities for mutation here, right? The priest wizard combination could make a summoner. Then we've got active 1, 2, and passive 1 can all create advanced. And then we also got hairstyle and head app color. So we got lots of possibilities there. At almost 18% chance of a summoner.
Oh, baby. So one thing is pure on top of that. That's great. Oh, look at that.
What'd you say?
Those are odd. That's an awesome pair, man.
Right. Plus you got 1758 for both of the actives and a 1494 and a 1406% is the base, right? So we got recessive genes that also match the primary genes, which is why the percentage has gone up for me, right? And you can see the percentages down there. You got 18.68 for the hairstyle, 1494 for head app. Yeah, lots of good stuff. So let's do this summon now. And I threw a lesser fortune stone just because I like having good luck.
Nice. I love those fortune stones, baby.
Yes, sir. I mean, luck, in my mind, luck is like that underrated best trait because especially when you're farming and stuff, luck comes into play. High luck will give you a better chance of finding an egg or something cool. Yeah,
that's right. It does. So it's good for PvP and quest. Luck is good for all heroes questing. I love it. Even, fishers especially, and it'll be, I think, just awesome for PvP for most heroes. So I want to get WowE on the channel real soon and circle back to focusing on stats with specific heroes, because here's some alpha drops that's coming. I'm a little vindicated here. Apparently Dex is phenomenal for a wizard, and they thought also a sage as well.
Coin Wizard, I'm sorry. Sorry. You just saw chat. I was like, wait, what?
That was Styx is cracking me up, man. Right. Styx is a little shit talker, I'll tell you. Styx intern, I love him.
He's had some solid comments in there. Definitely understands a bit about trading. He's either been here for a hot minute or came from the trading community, I think. So here's a question. If we were going to give a hero away on this stream, Grady, just off the hip, how would you do it?
I would say instead of spinning the wheel, unless it's set up ahead of time, it's easier to do a question, and whoever answers first in the chat wins.
I like it.
That's how, that's just the quickest, easiest way.
You got a good question?
Easily come up with a question.
Send it, because we're going to give away this hero when we summon it.
Oh, really? Okay,
Hell
guys,
yeah,
we're going to do a giveaway. Okay, so when should I ask the question? Because the way we're going to do it is And if you're behind, hopefully you can catch up, you know, because we'll ask a question here at the end of the stream. At the end of the stream, we'll summon this hero and give it away. And so you'll still have some time here to catch up. If you're almost live, you're fine. So I always like people to start, you know, and hear
at the
everything.
beginning. Yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah. And you can go 1.5x speed. Okay. So, and I'll have a DFK related question that's not rocket science question and not a stupid, you know, crazy question like what's the guy's name standing next to the dragon or something. It won't be anything like that. It'll be like an in-game question that if you pay, it'll be related. How about to hero stats? I'll say that. It'll be related to hero stats.
You got to know the game, learn it.
Yeah.
This is going to a community member, somebody who's been following and knows the game.
I love it. Yes. Well, see, the thing is the wheel, it takes too long to get it all set up. Okay. That's why. And it's like a drag. Okay. Yeah.
We're not making you work for it. We're testing your knowledge. This is going to go to a community member who's been following the game, who knows the game, right? That's who has the best chance of winning this. It's not going to be random. It's not going to be none of that. Grady's got a good knowledge question.
Yeah. Yes, I love it. Okay. So I'm just making sure my ex-wife was just trying to call. I don't think I've got the kids tonight, but she surprises me sometimes. Okay. So back to my notes. Okay. AMA. Raffle. Okay. Actually, duels. It really seems like a big jump upgrade for duels. What do you think there? Mm-hmm. Good stuff. We got a leaderboard. Okay. And instead of just doing one at a time and doing all the clicks and finding your team, you do that once and you can send the team for 10 duels in all at once.
I think that's an amazing step in the right direction. I would love to see it get to the point where I can set up a bunch of teams and save them, kind of like you do with Fight Club, right? Okay. To where I can just spend a few out. I mean, because I got a few heroes, right? I can't just go in there and pick a few. I got to like download a spreadsheet, analyze them, figure out which my best ones are, and make a team, right? And when I go through all that work, I want it to be persistent. I want to be able to save that team.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's just a few recommendations, comments, and suggestions away. And give it some time.
I thought he said, isn't that part of the update where you can even do multiple teams at once?
I know it sounded like anyways that like you could create that team and then multi-duel it for up to like 10 times. But I don't know what happens after that. If the team is still saved and then you can just throw it back in for another 10, or if you're going to have to reselect the team.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll play around with that here soon and do a video on that. So Wowie, let's do a video on specific heroes and their stats. Okay. I remember thinking, so Wowie said Dex is going to be really good for a wizard and a sage. Okay. How good will it be? We're not totally sure, but really good. But I do also remember him saying Dex won't be good for a priest. So I want to talk stats with Wowie. Okay.
The reason I'm guessing he's saying that is because you want a priest to go last, because if you're healing, you want everybody to take damage for that round before you heal them.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, no, that's agility that is turn order, isn't it? Not dex.
Right. Yep, that's agility.
Yeah. So, I'm curious to hear why now.
And Stomp. Okay, get this. I forgot to give Stomposaurus here a shout out. I think Stomp. Yeah, I love the Avalanche talk. Always been a favorite. Me too. I know I'm loving Avalanche these days. So Stomp has a tool that he's maybe he has a full-time job, so he doesn't have a ton of time. He's got a family. He's got, but he does have this tool where, he can, if you have a ton of heroes and a ton of wallets, he can comb through all your heroes and find all the best matches with any search criteria you can imagine. And it's like fast. He can just do it. So, and I need to do a little better. I was kind of formulating a game plan where I can hit up Stomp and be like, here's exactly what I'm looking for. Gen 1, 10 out of 10 pairs that match, with the main class, mutation matches, and you know, trying to go for with all my advanced Gen 1 10 out of 10s. Let's find some elites, you know, possibilities there.
I would love it if somebody created that an easy way, because like I've got a few hundred heroes now, and I haven't really been selling many of them off. So I've got a bunch of ones that are basic, and then I've got a bunch of ones sprinkled in there that have 1, 2, maybe even 3 advances.
Right.
So,
right. So
if somebody were to create a tool to easily pull those advanced ones out and then automatically match with the rest of the world and give me like a username, hey, ping this person, and because they've got the perfect match for you, like that would be dope.
Right. And so Stomp can do it, but you need to be really specific with exactly what you want. Otherwise, he's going to be sending you all kinds of different pairs. You know, you might be looking for different things. And then you're wasting his time and your time.
Yep.
So if he could figure out a little process to do that for a little bit of jewel, you know, or something, it's well worth a little cost.
That sounds like an NFT based community with like a token. You want me to search for you? Okay, it costs 20 jewel or something like that, and I'll give you these results. I mean, you could easily create like a price sheet for that. And yeah, I mean, that kind of effort, that kind of knowledge that you're sharing, it completely makes sense to put a little something back in your pocket for that, right?
Yeah, I can answer that real quick. Actually, Dex contributes to accuracy, but Dex and Wisdom contribute to spell accuracy. Wizard and Priest will have naturally high Wisdom, but Wizards have more moves with DOD. And I think you're referring to skills, right? So Wizards have some skills where actually Dex on the sheet, his Dex will actually boost that specific skill tree and stuff. Then I noticed that I was like, whoa, wait, Dex is going to be good for a wizard? I love it. I love it. Okay, but it's still, and we know that all stats will help all heroes, but obviously some stats drastically help other heroes more than others.
Of course.
And so I want to, you know, fine tune that some more, and just to help fine tune our leveling strategy. Okay. So I wanted to give that shout out to Stomposaurus, baby. He's even thinking about like creating a website where we could go and automated do that. That would be cool. Okay. So duels seems like a big update. We got crystal airdrops coming maybe next week. Okay. And that's 125 million crystal. It's like, oh, SHIT on that crystal price, especially if Jade is still down so much, right? So we'll probably have closer to parity at that point because all that selling of crystal is going to dump crystal, and then probably closer to Jade, which will be good for all our, you know, C jewel, you know, and stuff, because that will help our interest on the jewel. Right now, the S jewel is performing much, much better than the C jewel because more summoning and everything is being done on Serendale. Okay, so that's a heads up there. I'm thinking crystal's going to be having, now it's still going to be spread out over time. It's not like 125 million crystal being just dropped all at once. Right. Not even close. It's a
it matches the 52-week unlock.
Yeah, 52-week unlock. That's right. Okay, so Magnus has been working on questing diamonds, like the diamond contracts. Okay, and so it's easier for other builders, third-party builders, to come on the game. And so I think it also has a lot to do with the profession 10 level questing coming and stuff. So, so that was another little hint. He said it's an increasing computation limit. So they're talking with Clayton about the gas fees, obviously been an issue. A lot of good news there. But for one, like they're a little bit inhibited with what they can do because of the 1 second block time on Clayton. So that's been the biggest monkey wrench here that they didn't foresee coming. And so, but Clayton is actually in conversations with them. He said they're deep into conversation about how Clayton can increase the computation limit for all use cases of the game, which will help the developing of the game. And the questing or the diamond contracts is a huge help to this game. And that's part of this delay is they're updating a lot of these contracts to diamond contracts which because in the long run, they'll be able to develop on the game faster and better and easier. And it's better for third-party devs too. Okay. So, and also what's coming is fewer clicks to Quest. Possibly coming within the next month or two, he said. Fewer clicks to Quest on both realms, but he specifically was talking about Serendale, and where there's going to be a clay rebate thing, and it looks like the fees might be reduced by 75%. And what would be really cool, it looks like we might be able to not even have to do like submit a transaction every time, right?
It just sends it to DFK and DFK submits it.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
so cool.
There's a lot up there, but those are all options that he was looking at, right? Among those were some of the options that he listed, and there's other options up there, I'm sure.
Yeah, so, two options.
One of them addressing it. They recognize it.
Two options.
If I can address the chat real quick, or the chat real quick. Dude, Haitian Buffet, I love the way you're looking at that. I mean, it'd be a temporary price stop. There's an opportunity there potentially. You probably shouldn't have given that away. Now you're going to be competing against people for that.
What did he give away? What?
That one right there. That like week after all of that crystal starts dropping, you're going to have the value of crystal go down for a period of time, right? And you're going to have people that don't react in time and change the value of their heroes. So what is 150 crystal right now might be, I'm not even doing the math, but let's say it's $5 as crystal starts dumping on the market, which I'm sure some of it will initially, might drop the price of crystal by 10%. And that hero is still the same amount of crystals. So you just got that hero in fiat dollars, 10% cheaper.
Right.
There's an opportunity there.
Yeah.
I
think it'll be.
Hold on. Before we go there, let me finish up real quick.
Okay.
So I want to throw some flowers to Zabu because my boy Doug Hype, who's coming back in, you did that, brother. The awesome little video you made talking about why you love paladins.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited and brought him back in. So mad kudos for kicking it off. And that's exactly it. Like everybody out there who's creating videos like Grady, and yourself and everybody else. So we have so many freaking awesome streamers who are just throwing their thoughts out there, allowing somebody to find their thoughts and agree with your thoughts. Somebody might not like the way that Grady presents it, but they like the way you present it. They might not the way that the Brown Gent or Bogside or ADF, any of all of these amazing people out there, they might choose you because they like your delivery style better. So don't think you can't do it. Don't think you're not good enough. Don't think you look funny. Like, who cares, bro? Look at me. You can't look more funny than me.
Yeah.
I'm a weird looking motherfucker. I got a long beard, long hair, and I'm wearing a freaking fish on my head. All right.
I love it. I love it, man. And Zabu, I want to get him on the channel like this week, like within the next couple days, I think. Okay. We just need to line that up. Also, Freak, I think I just saw that Freak's going live tonight. Baby.
Nice.
I love it. Okay. And I want to get Doug Hype. Let's get him on like soon.
Hell yeah, he should. He's great personality, man. You'll love him. You two will just jive. The only problem will be like taking turns talking. You both
I can't wait. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So with the two contracts, okay, or the two possibilities for this Clayton cheapening the gas fees, payback, whatever. One of them is we're essentially paying all of our fees in Jewel, which is cool. Anyways, I love that idea. And they had mentioned that months ago when Frisky was on my channel. I think it was around that time or sometime around there. We thought at first we might be able to, they were even thinking about doing a subnet on Clayton. And then they said, no, let's stay on the main net. Okay. And,
they're not set up for it.
They were thinking Jewel would be the gas token as well, but then they decided to stay on the main net, but there could be a pass-through option for Jewel. And so I'm pumped about that. Okay. Also, my dog, I think, just dropped a deuce. I'm smelling it. Okay. Before we started the video and I didn't. Oh, Shorty, where you at, baby? Shorty.
Well, maybe that means we should wrap it up shortly. But
no, it's
okay. I want to throw one more thing out there.
Okay.
Hype. I'm coming to Denver, baby. We are coming to Denver. you know the location, you know the area. Find us a cool spot, like a coffee shop in the area where we can have just like an impromptu IRL DFK meetup and summon some heroes, live stream it, and just be there at Denver and do a live giveaway from some cool coffee shop and just let everybody come in. If you could find a spot that we could do that one of those nights during like the main convention week, like 2nd through 5th, hell yeah, dude. Let's do it for like a luncheon or something like that. We'll do it in the middle of the day at like 12 noon till 1 p.m. We'll hang out somewhere, catch some lunch in between convention stuff, and do some live summons and some giveaways. I think that'd be fun.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, man. Okay. I can't wait for ETH Denver. So
Awesome.
There's going to be a lot of opportunities there. Who was it that just came in? Stomp or somebody that just came in and said, where was it? It's Umfreak. Yeah, the 10-cent news for AVAX is huge. Because AVAX has like so much. It's like mind-blowing what they have going. I mean,
that 10 cent is the big win there, right? For those of you that aren't familiar with what 10 cent is, like that's part of the Alibaba conglomerate that Jack Ma built before he got too big for his britches and China stomped on his pee-pee, but that's a different story. But that is a huge conglomerate. That's like saying like Steam. It's on Steam, right? That's 10 cents equivalent, that type of thing. Maybe not exactly the same because it's not like a 100% gaming, but like they're a big in that market. They're huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're definitely going to be streaming a lot in Denver, including like Bolin will, like we all will be doing a lot of streaming, which I didn't do last time because Rock was doing it, baby. Okay.
I don't even know what the North District is, brother. That's where you come in. We'll make it worth your while. We'll figure something out. I'll throw you some heroes or something for putting the work in and helping us find the spot. But yeah, if you want to be our boots on the ground and help us do something cool there and just set up like an impromptu DFK mixer meetup, let's do that.
Yeah, I love it. Okay. So another thing that they're working on and that they've talked about here recently is this auction house. I loved it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be buy and sell orders, and it also links with the DEX.
The only reason I didn't like it is because he compared it to like big markets, like an exchange, as opposed to comparing it to like Blur or Magic Eden or OpenSea, which in my mind would have been a more appropriate linkage.
Okay.
Because it's more NFTs versus, I don't know, like just, I don't even know why
you want to buy an egg.
Made me tweak a little bit, but like I would have rather he said an NFT marketplace than a.
But it's not an NFT marketplace. It's for like items like eggs that don't have enough liquidity or even gold or.
But what are those? Those are all 11. They're all either 1155s or 721s. Those are all NFTs.
I thought they were crypto tokens.
They might be ERC or whatever -20 tokens, but that might not be okay. Very valid point. Yes, some of them aren't true NFTs. They will be fungible tokens, which is more the ERC 20 standard. Very good point.
I think it's that. That's right. I think so. Because I don't think that'll be the case for heroes or pets, things like that. Just for those in-game items that don't have much liquidity, that might be a better. So that sounded neat. Okay, like
cool. Neat to you. You're the one providing all the liquidity pools.
I know, right? I had to take out some of the liquidity, so I'm not providing nearly as much now. So part of it for the power-ups because I brought over ton of the heroes, to Crystalvale and needed more jewel for power-ups. Okay.
Stacking that jewel, baby. Someone? Is Bogside about to go large?
Bogside is going live here in like 45 minutes, I think.
Okay. I was gonna say we're over our normal hour. I usually try and keep it to an hour for a stream just because people I know in the community, like those of you that love DeFi Kingdoms, you're gonna watch for 3 hours just because Grady's freaking amazing. But to get the new people in that we need to come in to get this information, they're not going to watch for 3 or 4 hours. Yeah. We need to keep it shorter for them, which is why I like what Zabu's doing. Awesome. Love it.
Yes. Okay. I'm just about done with these updates here. Raffle tickets for Gen Zeros now. So now, and that's huge because Fight Club, and also, so Fight Club is being added to Discord, like the DFK Discord. How about that? Fight Club got a huge shout out today.
Awesome.
Yeah, big. Also, the partnership with Hyperplay, so people will be able to play outside of MetaMask. Did you catch that? We'll be able to play DFK through this app or whatever service called Hyperplay.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't really catch all of that because I was driving home and distracted, but yes, that sounded very interesting.
Yes.
I want to dig into that more because
I can't wait. Yeah. And because they're going to be in East Denver. So we're going to meet Hyperplay there.
Yeah.
The tournament system they're making sounds dope. 2 more power-ups coming. We don't know what they are. And they've been working 7 days a week. He said, I don't know if you caught that. They seem tired today. You could see it. They were exhausted.
They are. They've been busting their butt, man. I mean, after everything that happened on Harmony, they lost a lot. And granted, the core team has made good money and they're sitting okay, but not everybody is the core team on the team that was able to invest a bunch into the LPs early on, right? Not everybody on the team has an income from the game. They're getting it from their job. So yeah, and there's not tons of money right now. They're not struggling from what I understand, but they're budgeting their money intelligently, making sure that they have enough runway to make it to the next bull market to elongate their runway even farther. So they're kind of being careful and intelligent. They're not spending as much money at ETH Denver this year, but they are spending a lot more over in a Korean. It's on Clayton. I believe it's something to do with there is a conference over there. I think it's in Korea. Clayton's going to be involved. And so they're focusing more on that because we've got good adoption on AVAX. We need to get more of those Asian people in, the Korean people in to discover this new game on their chain that some of them may not have heard about. So it makes sense to spend more money there. Whereas there's a lot of us that are going to go to ETH Denver. They don't have to spend as much money. We're going to be there to help them for free. So yes, focus that money where you don't have that support yet and get that support. I like it.
I love it. Okay. So are we ready to do this giveaway?
Yes, sir. Well, before we do the giveaway, should we do the summon?
Yeah. Or should we do the question before the giveaway, before the summon?
Let's throw something in the live chat to warn people that aren't caught up yet. Hey, we're about to ask the question and do the giveaway. If you're not caught up, come to now, participate, and then you can go back and catch up. Because I don't want anybody to miss it, like you said, because they came late and they did the awesome thing, which is start at the beginning and run all the way through it. So while you are texting, I will share my screen and do the summon itself.
Okay. So we're going to do the question, baby. And just clarification, Oomfrink's not going live today. He was just announcing the Bogside chat going live. Do you know how to mute it or turn it down? Do you know how to mute it?
Mute what? What are you talking about?
So it's kind of loud, the music in the game. We're hearing the music.
Oh, you're hearing the music in the game. Shoot, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm not even hearing it. Hold on. Let me try and mute that. It's muted. I have it muted.
Oh, it's muted?
Can you see right now that I'm hovering over it? I right-clicked and it says unmute site when I right-click on the tab.
Interesting.
I wonder if it's something to do with streaming, because if I turn down the volume, I won't be able to hear you.
Huh. So at the top of the tab, it normally has a volume thing that you can just turn it off, and that's off.
Yeah. Yeah, the site is muted on my end. That's weird. So let's go ahead and do the summon, then we'll get off the site and it won't matter.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Let's do this, baby. And that's your awesome pair.
Yeah, this is my best Gen 0.
Awesome pair. Okay.
Okay, just completed the transaction. You probably can't see. You should be able to see it pending.
Yep.
Let's see what we get, baby.
Okay, so I'm about to ask a question And whoever answers it first in the chat is the winner.
Mythic Summoner, baby. Mythic Summoner, Mythic Summoner. With two mutes on top of Summoner.
Okay, we got
it's a wizard. You want to ask the question now, or you want to go in there and click on it first?
Ooh. What do you think?
I'm impatient. You took too long. I'm clicking on it.
Yeah, click on it.
Okay. So a common wizard pirate with gardening. So that's good. That's complimentary, right? And look at that wisdom. 13 to start, baby. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got a green dex, so you got a bonus on that dex to help out with that wizard
that we were talking about. All right.
Now let's see those genes, baby.
Yep.
Mutation. Ah, no mutation.
Dang. Okay.
But they've got
all
heal.
good, baby.
He's got heal.
All good. Oh, he said bottom left speaker. Oh, bottom left. Yeah, maybe in the scene.
Oh, yep.
Hey,
Bam.
that did it.
Did that fix it?
Uh-huh.
Money.
So now we can leave it up. Okay. Are you guys ready for the question? Are you guys ready? Double heal, says Zabu. Okay. Here's the question. So this next hero we've got coming. They're going to talk about this next hero in PvP for PvP workhorse, but it's delayed for a week. What hero is that? And don't respond yet. What hero is that? And which stat is their best growing stat? So mention the hero class and the stat in which it grows the fastest. Okay, and it has to have both the answers. Okay. So okay, so we had a ton of answers. Thief. Okay. So here we've got Thief Luck, but it's not luck, is it? Luck isn't the best growing stat.
I'll be right back. And technically, Thief is misspelled there. So does that count?
Oh, here's another Thief Luck. Here's a Thief Dex. And then boom, Sir Jewel Staker. Got it. It's agility. 70%. Luck is 65%. All right. Man, everybody said Thief Luck. That's hilarious. Until we did have Haitian Buffet get it right. He was second, but first is Sir Jewel Staker. And then we had Chris Smith hit it. Oh, Jeremy hit it. Chris Smith hit it. I love it.
Now, I want everybody to keep in mind real quick before you go blasting greedy, say I dropped that answer first. It's all about which one hit the chat that he can see.
Yeah,
first,
whichever one hit
your chat might look different than my chat, looks different than Grady's chat, because all of this data packets are being sent to UDP, and the first one to show up to his computer or his service, that's the one that shows up first on the stream.
That's
so
right.
Even though on your side you might see yourself first, it's all about what Grady sees.
Yeah. So Chris Smith, oh man, that's rough because I needed both the name of the hero or of the up and coming hero and the stat in which they grow the fastest in the same line. But Chris Smith. Okay, so you got to be the rule. You got to decide this.
Okay.
I'm saying Sir Jewel Staker got it, but to be fair, Chris Smith in one message said thief, and then he was the first to say agility in a separate, but it was a separate message. So technically, actually, Chris Smith won it, but Sir Jewel Staker was the first to have it correct in the same line.
Now we got to do another summon. So who gets the one we already did and who gets the next one? Grady, you pick that. I'll start a summon.
Oh, really? You're actually going to do it again?
Fuck yeah. I mean, you
Okay,
just chose 2 winners, so we got to
that one is Sir Jewel Staker. So that wizard, since I declared him the winner first, we're going to say that one's Sir Jewel Staker. Now, this next summon is Chris Smith's.
Sounds like
and
a plan.
then we'll call it a show. So you guys both won. Thanks to Ogre. Wow. Okay, now I got to catch up on all these chats. Man.
So now we're going to do 1361 and 1693.
I love you guys.
This is another good pair that I've got.
Yeah. So agility is 70% growth. Luck is 65 for a thief. I'm surprised that got so many people. Nice trick question. There it is. Doug, you got it there. So this is the next summon. We got a pirate and a warrior.
Yep, 1693. And I think it's 1396, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I'm over on ADFK, pushing it in real quick. Let me double check, make sure I got the numbers right. 1361, 1693. 1361.
Yeah, that's right, Rock. I meant to say it before, like I started the question and then was still explaining it. So that, okay. Yeah, you're the third winner, Haitian.
Not doing a third summon. It doesn't count.
Okay, Haitian, because shout out to Haitian. I love seeing him on About Life podcast all the time.
Heck yeah.
I'm going to send Haitian Buffet a golden egg.
Hell yeah. I love it.
How about that? How about that?
Dude's definitely been pumping around the community. I've seen his name popping up a lot. I love that.
Oh, and Sir Jewel Staker said he wants to pass the wizard that was already summoned on to Mr. Doug Hype.
Oh, that's friggin' awesome, bro.
Sir Jewel Staker was in Miami with us and was the bomb. He was like, for a big little part of it, he was like my sidekick. He was helping me find all the guys, and I was just like go mode. And I imagine it'll be similar in ETH Denver. I'll just be in go mode, focused on, but it'll be a little more laid back. Somewhat more laid back in ETH Denver because we won't have a booth. But,
right. That's all right, though. That just means we're not tied down. We're more mobile. We can run around in the streets wearing bloater hats and maps on our back.
That's right.
And make a scene.
Yeah, man. I'll always remember Sir Jewel Staker and also my sidekick. I had Sir Jewel Staker sidekick and also, gosh, my mind just went blank.
I'll always remember that person I can't think of.
Well, I'll always remember Sir Jewel Staker. And then also, gosh, who was it?
Okay, for real, ADD is a real thing. Like your mind goes sideways, you lose stuff. That's legit.
I know it.
I can vouch for this.
Yeah, baby. I love it.
Oh, come on, Haitian Buffet. Third place is the second loser. Second place is just the first loser. Let's be legit.
Vibes was there in Miami. That's right. But there was what was he was like darker complexion. Hello, come on. It's just not coming to the dome. Right.
I'm gonna laugh when it was Vibes and you just didn't
connect. Wasn't Vibes. It wasn't Vibes. Vibes was there, but I didn't hardly connect with Vibes at all in Miami. I think Vibes was in the zone, but we didn't connect. I didn't connect with anybody in Miami even half as much as I wanted to.
That's always happens that way, bro. I felt the same way about freaking ETH Denver last year, and I'm sure I'll feel the same way again this year. Like you want to spend so much time focusing on so many people, but especially someone like yourself who's got a YouTube stream. All these people know you and they all want to spend 5 minutes just hanging out with you and talking with you. And the reality of the situation is you're not going to remember 90% of them when you have one 5-minute conversation or 15-minute conversation. Like you got to be talking to those people regularly to be able to poke through. If you guys want to know Grady, you better be either doing something amazing, like stepping up and creating some cool videos like Zabu's doing. So he's like, yeah, I know that dude. He's doing some good shit. Or you talk to him like regularly.
It was just a connection. Like I connected with Umar.
You're
totally
competing with hundreds
of Umar, but it's not Umar I'm trying to think of.
Well, while you think, I'm gonna hit the summon bingo button
because
let's get this thing summoned.
This one is Chris, right? Chris won this one.
I don't know, but I hope you're writing down numbers and stuff because I'm not.
Chris Smith. Yeah, he had his answer in 2 parts. So Chris Smith, I hope you're still around. This is your hero, baby. Yeah.
It's a comment. Let's see what we get.
Okay. Like as far as my sidekicks there, they were a priest, Chris Smith. Yeah, there you are, baby.
Rare priest ninja. What?
Oh,
what?
Let's check that. Mining, okay. Any advanced? No
advanced, but still,
that's a good one, baby.
Advanced class in sub, and let's see how awesome that is. Like, look at your secondary chances. There's not a single digit. Like, they're all 10% and above. Yeah. That's the beauty of having an advanced class.
That's right.
In your secondary, which if you've heard Frisky say before, like your secondary class matters. That's why, right? In addition to if it matches the primary, then you might have an extra PvP attack because you're archer or warrior. There might be something unlocked that you can do in PvP, but it also helps that secondary growth. If you have an advanced class in secondary, it greatly increases your chances of getting stuff raised up. And if you notice, that strength is blue too, plus 2%, which greatly helps that mining.
Great hero. I love it. Chris. Okay. Did you see his Discord? Where's it at? I'll pull it.
No, I'm on that tab. Hold on.
Okay. There it is.
CLS 159. All right. DM me, brother. I see it.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then Haitian Buffet hit me up. I think we're connected on Discord, right? I see you all the time. So,
Coin Wizard's upset. There's always someone upset. Damn it. He wants a recap.
Oh,
as I said, it's on Grady's stream. It's on his what shows up first in his set of stuffs.
Okay,
if there was a mistake made, we'll make it right, Coin Wizard, no doubt.
Okay, let me double check here because I'm pretty sure that's not correct. Chris and Sir Jewel Staker and Starbuck all hit Thief. Okay, and then
it may also be that Coin Wizard typed it in. So as soon as he typed it in, it showed up on his chat stream. But the other people that were coming in over the web showed up after him because he typed it and hit enter, right? So it's going to show up in yours before it shows up in Grady's, which is why I made that comment.
Yeah, so this was like the first 2-lined answer, but that's an incorrect answer. And then Ghost Panda. So Chris actually was the first to say agility. And then right after that was Noonie Baby, Thief Dex, and then Sir Jewel Staker had it on both on one line first. Yeah.
Yep. It's all good. Apologies, Coin Wizard. We'll get to you next time. Hopefully you can get in there. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And then let me see. And then I'm showing.
How do I know?
I'm showing then Rich came in 3rd, and then Coin Wizard was 4th. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but that's a good point, Ogre. Like if I comment on my end, it hits right away.
Yep.
But it doesn't mean I was the first to comment that. Yep.
Right, because anything you type into chat hits your chat as soon as you hit enter, right? But it doesn't hit Grady's chat until it gets across the web.
Because everybody probably has that same little delay, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, he said all good. I think he's just teasing. Yeah.
A little bit of soft trolling. I like it. I like it. Keep us honest.
Yes. So Sergio Staker is giving a shout out to Doug Hype, who's wanting to get heroes. We'll probably get them on the channel here soon. We'll talk about Altura that we've already talked about with Ogre before on this channel a couple times. What's going on there? And so to get
there's an opportunity here. Mr. Doug, for those of you that don't know him, is a producer and videographer. He's got some skills that could be helpful to us. Well, I just challenged him to find a spot. He looks like he's already like halfway there. Maybe we get a couple other people to chime in or chip in some heroes for him. He wants to start summoning those Gen 1s. Maybe we get like half a dozen people to throw a few heroes in and we compensate him and he records it and throws a cool little video out afterwards. That could be a possibility. I don't know. Right. You got to wheel and deal. He's got the services. We've got the supplies. Can we make a deal?
Heck yeah. And that way also, Doug, because that's one of the hardest things to do when you first come to the game is learning how to buy heroes. And so if you guys saw my last stream I did with shout out to Blockchain John, baby, which was phenomenal. But brand new, so he's just getting acclimated to the game. And Doug Hype watched that too and said, hey, I saw that stream, want to get a couple heroes, start summoning. And so that's one of the most crucial parts is learning how to do that, and we'll help you do it.
Yup.
Yes. Okay. Baby.
I like it, Rock.
Hey, is the Mythic Squad streaming tonight? So we know Bogside Chat's about to go here pretty soon.
Yeah, we got to wrap up so we don't bump into them.
Yeah, I think then Mythic Squad. Okay, so you send the wizard to Doug Hype, and you send the to Chris is what you send this. Is this a priest? This priest to?
Damn it! I'm gonna have to go back and watch the stream again so I can write down the numbers of these heroes.
Yeah, that the card is still up for the priest. Yeah, baby. Still on your screen there. Okay, man. I love you guys. I might even come back. I'm gonna come back. I've got even more that I want to talk about. Okay. Yeah, that is Crystalvale 182215.
Yep. So we just gotta find the other one. I'll find it. No worries.
Okay. Love you, Ogre. Love you, fam. So much more to talk about. So best project in crypto. Most
hell yeah,
baby.
And with that
phenomenal team in crypto. Most phenomenal up and coming, phenomenal mind-blowing announcements coming. It's crazy what's up and coming. It's gonna blow our minds what is coming in this game. Hang in there, people. I love you guys. Love you guys. Ogre and Crypto Grady out.
Bloater man out.
Bloater man.